then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
After a dominating performance last week, we come to the first state in Dover, Delaware for round number 3 of Season 11 for the CleanRacing.net Monday Night Truck Series. Tony Trapasso up at the booth with you tonight as we're here at the Monster Mile, the concrete jungle that is Dover International for round number 3. Take a quick look at what did happen last week as, excuse me, Rhett Tucker led 37 laps of the 80 that were posted. Only a handful of lead changes last week. Tucker, Hunter Parsons, Joey Stiers, and Josh Lilly, and Stephen Tuck rounding out your top 5. As we now come to round number 3 tonight at the Monster Mile. Let's take a quick look at some of the happenings going on. Looks like Hunter Parsons having some issues going through 1 and 2. As Jason Higginbottom back in the number 44 tonight. Dave Sykes in 66. As those of you who were around Saturday night, Notice that there was a large contingent from the CleanRacing.net Truck Series that showed up and basically owned the SRM 300 when we were at Atlanta on Monday night in the next gen car. So, and Sykes winning the fan vote for some free swag. Of course, Josh Lilly led a ton of laps there. Rhett Tucker was involved there. Austin Carey. Jamie LaRoque out on track right now as well in that beautiful Miller High Life number 15. I always have loved that paint scheme. Bear with me 1 second, folks. As we saw Nathan Rowe go for a ride there in turn 3, his hot lap session about to come to an end. Let's take a quick look at tonight's weather conditions. 78 degree ambient air temperature. Only a 2-mile-an-hour wind out of the northwest. Not a big deal right now. 55% relative humidity. But that track temperature has me a little bit worried. Whenever that thing gets north of 3 digits on a sunny day, you know, we've got partly cloudy, but that's still pretty sunny. You know, these tires are going to get slick. They're going to get greasy. The tires are, or the trucks are going to have not quite as much grip as they would like. So just waiting on the hot lap session to come to an end. There go the checkers for the hot lap session. Jacob Grant setting quick time there. As now we go to the qualifying session, as we are going to bring up the tower for qualifying. It looks like Jeremy Moore going to be one of the first ones to roll it. There he is. That beautiful camo-inspired number 24. United States Air Force on the hood of that one. LaRoque in the 15 out there. Jacob O'Neill out. Jeremy Morrison running. Rhett Tucker, last week's winner. As right now, Moore going to be the first one to post a qualifying time, as he is on lap 1 right now. Coming through 3 and 4 for his first lap out of turn number 4. Good head of steam for the United States Air Force number 24. Across the line. 23-3-4, immediately bumped off by Jacob O'Neill. Josh Lilly, who had a very strong performance on Saturday. Not the finish he was hoping for, but definitely a strong performance. Going to be one and done for him. Rhett Tucker immediately jumps up to the top of the pile. I mean, Rhett and Josh were just the class of the field on Saturday night in that SRM 300. I can't speak highly enough of all the professionalism that we were seeing out of the contingent from the CleanRacing.net as Jason Higginbottom goes top of the pile. 23.09 for him, basically tying Rhett Tucker. Tucker not going to improve on his second lap. Let's see if Higginbottom can improve on his second lap. Bangs the wall. It's going to negate the lap. They're going to the backup truck. Christopher Emery out there right now in the 50 as he's coming out of pit road. Chris Smith out on track right now in the wins number 14. Excuse me. New paint scheme for Chris. Wayne Hosler out there as well, getting ready to complete his first flyer. There he is in the 61, the Mark Martin inspired paint scheme on that one. Hosler going to go 11th quick. Austin Carey in the double deuce for Falcon Tires, jumping up to 4th quick. Christopher Beasley currently sitting 3rd quick, coming out of turns 3 and 4 with a good head of steam. So far, so good. If he can keep it off the wall. And Beasley does improve his time, does not improve his position, though, as he mends a 23.16. Let's see what Jacob Grant can do in that Interstate Batteries number 45. 4th quick for Grant. Austin Carey finishing his 2nd lap, drops to 7th. Let's see, Lance Taylor going to be the last one to post a time, it looks like. As we've got about 1:16 left. And unfortunately, Mike McCrae, Greg Bennett, and Fred Garcia not going to post time. So 23 trucks scheduled to roll off here tonight. The thing to keep in mind, 70% fuel fill. We're looking somewhere in the neighborhood of about 40-ish laps is what a tank of fuel should get you. And then they're getting 4 sets of tires to get through the entirety of the event. 130 laps here. It's the scheduled distance tonight at Dover. Stage break at lap 50. So that should just about 18 seconds left. So that is going to about do it for qualifying. If you haven't posted a time yet, you're not going to. As we are just waiting for the checkers to fly. There they go. And here we go. As now we can pull up our good friend, the starting grid. Jason Higginbottom in that Powerhouse Motorsports number 44, going to set quick time 23:09.6. He's going to be joined on the front row with last week's winner, Rhett Tucker. Row number 2 is going to go to Chris Beasley and Jacob Grant. Row 3 goes to Stephen Thomas and Chris Emery. Austin Carey and Nathan Roge going to roll off in row number 4. Row 5 goes to Lane Hosler and Chris Smith. Jacob O'Neill and Jeremy Moore in row number 6. Row 7 is going to see Justin Carey and Eric McMillan, Dan Sykes, and Jay Lance Taylor in the row number 8. Row number 9 sees Hunter Parsons and Jamie LaRoque, with row 10 going to Jeremy Moore and Josh Lilly. Greg Barnett and Mike McCrae rolling off in row number 11 with Fred Garcia starting shotgun on the field. So 23 trucks scheduled to roll off here tonight as let me just get that break fired. 23 trucks scheduled to roll off here tonight. Again, 70% fuel fill, 4 sets of tires to get it done with, and we've seen some pretty good action here at the Monster Mile as of late. Decent sized field, not overly packed, not overly small. This is probably about the perfect size for what you would want to see at a race in Dover. Oh, excuse me, folks. I somehow just suddenly got the hiccups, and I don't know why. Do want to take a quick moment to thank everybody for joining us in the live chat right now. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Let us know you like what you're seeing, and we will try to highlight your favorite driver if you let us know who he or she is. As the field's starting to roll behind the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car. If you haven't done so already, too, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications, because we have a ton of racing coming up for the remainder of the week here. We do 14 shows a week here on the Esports Broadcasting Network, and you don't want to miss a single moment of action, because we have a lot of talented crews going to those races to bring them to you live. So as the field works its way through the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left for me to say is, it's time to wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, pop some popcorn and make some crab cakes. It's time to get it on in the first state. Race fans, it's showtime!
Green flag.
Green flag comes out. Rhett Tucker gets the jump on the top side. The 45 of Jacob Grant looking to go with him. Jason Higginbottom hanging tough on the low line. A little bit of a 3-truck breakaway as we've got some melees going on. Looks to be about back in 6th place. Austin Carey gets shuffled around. The 91 of Nathan Rhodes trying to make some headway. As your top 3, a little bit of a breakaway there. Brett Beasley is under heavy pressure right now from the number 27 of Steve Thomas. It's Thomas playing duck and peek around his rearview mirror. Brett Tucker's flat checked out as he's already 4/10 to the good at the front of this piece. You can see about 2 truck lengths, 3 truck lengths separating Tucker from Higginbottom. Grant another 2 truck lengths back off of Higginbottom. And then you've got a big gap back to this gaggle of 3 as Austin Carey has caught Beasley and Thomas. And you know Austin Carey does not like to ride behind anybody. A little bit further back, Dan Sykes in an angry pack of Hornets right now is Josh Lilly trying to make some headway. Lilly already up 4 positions, sitting in the number 16 spot. And it looks like Thomas has gotten by Beasley. Now Beasley has to deal with Carey. Not the start Chris Beasley has been hoping for. As what was a 3-truck tango is now a 4-truck tango. It's 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th sitting right there. Moore trying to make some headway on the 25 of McMillan. It's a 66 of Sykes with him. Lilly kind of biding his time right now. Not sure if he's enjoying the setup as Sykes throws it to the inside. Thinks better of it. Jumps in back behind Moore. Again, this is your battle for 12th, 11th, and 13th. 13th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. As here comes the 24 more to the inside of McMillan, coming through 1 and 2. Gets a good run on the exit. Sykes going to go with him. The 25 of Moore is in the 25 of McMillan is in trouble, as he is not liking that outside lane right now. Sykes on the inside. Here comes Lilly as well. Little bit of twitchiness coming out of 2. Yeah, that 25 is not having a good time of it right now, as the 48 of Lilly already up 6 spots, sitting in the number 14th position. And helps if I turn the ticker on, doesn't it, folks? We are 9 laps in, getting ready to put 9 in the books, as Rhett Tucker under heavy pressure from Jacob Grant right now. Coming out of turn number 4, Grant looking to the inside, he looks to the outside. Going to have to get it sorted out pretty quick because Higginbottom is right there. Side by side for first. Grant on the top side, Tucker on the inside. You saw them do it last week. They're doing it again at the Monster Mile this week. Nose out front for Tucker as they haul it off into turn number 1. You got to think, though, that that second lane is going to start paying dividends. They don't have a lot of rubber work in there as Grant tags the wall coming off a 2. That's going to hinder him a little bit. And that's going to let the 44 Higginbottom close back in. Steve Thomas is right there as well in the 27. He has caught this lead group since they've been running side by side. It's been holding up everybody at the front. Now we've got about a 5-truck breakaway at the front of this piece. A little bit of a gap back from Chris Beasley in the 7, back to Austin Carey in the double deuce. As here comes Higginbottom looking to the inside of Grant. Not enough speed right now, not close enough to make anything happen. As we got little pockets starting to form everywhere. There's Nathan Rogue on the outside of Austin Carey. Now looks to the inside, coming off of turn number 4. It's going to pull alongside him going into turn number 1. That is side by side for 6th place. Rogue on the low side, Carey on the high side. Carey having to tiptoe to stay off the wall. Here we are, Chris Smith in the 14 getting shuffled back as both the 24 of Moore and the 48 of Lilly get to him. Moore sits in 11th, Lilly now up to 12th. You know what, we're going to go on board with Lilly because I was able to get a GoPro on his helmet. This is what the 15-year-old two-time CleanRacing.net champion is seeing right now.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And just as I say that, looks like Hunter Parsons not having a good time of it. Keep your eye on the second truck in line on the low side. Just a little... Oi! Let's watch that again. Let's get one more angle on that one. And then we're going to go to the gyro cam. Hopefully nobody's eating dinner at this point. Oy. That was bad. The 15 catching a piece of it as well. The 66 of Sykes getting into Parsons. And this is what Hunter saw. And just to be thorough, let's see what the chopper picked up. As I think that might have been netcode. Yeah. That was absolutely netcode, ladies and gentlemen. You heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. I could have ridden my fat, crippled ass in my wheelchair between those two trucks. That's the joys of internet racing, though. Get that off the screen. And it looks like everybody except the 75 of Morrison came down pit road. Jeremy Morrison in the number 75, electing to stay out to get that all-important bonus point for laps led. Higginbottom comes down for fuel. Looks like fuel for Higginbottom, Thomas, Rogue, and Beasley. Fresh set of tires for Rhett Tucker. Hosler and Smith electing to take fuel only. And then everybody from Austin Carey in 9th on back foreign fuel. As Sykes, LaRoque, and Parsons spending an extended amount of time on pit road getting those trucks fixed. As you do. Lights should be going out on the pace car this time. There they go. And here we go, getting ready to fire them back off. Just double checking to make sure I'm live. Yes, we are. Evan Kinney pulling for Josh and Jeremy. Josh Lilly and Jeremy Moore. So thank you, Evan, for chiming in. Tommy Stuff 1, thank you for joining us in the live chat. Let us know who you're pulling for as the field works its way down the back straightaway in front of the clubhouse. And how'd you like to have one of the apartments on the outside of turn 3 at this track? Doesn't that sound like fun? Go out on your back balcony and just watch a NASCAR race. My Lanza. So Morrison going to have the button. Pace car is in. Morrison pulls the trigger. Catches everybody a little bit asleep at the switch. As we do have a battle for third right now between the 28 of Thomas and the 91 of Rogue. Rogue on the high side, little bit squirrely coming off a 2. Rhett Tucker right there as well on the fresh shoes. And that's what new tires can do for you. As Rhett Tucker gets a 2 in the middle of 3 and 4. Battle for the lead, hot and heavy right now with Morrison and Higginbottom. Higginbottom's going to have to get it sorted out quick because here comes Tucker to the inside going through 3 and 4. And Tucker gets another 2 and then blinks. Don't blink. That's not nice. Morrison able to wrestle the spot away from Higginbottom able to wrestle the spot away from Morrison, as that is an angry pack of Hornets right around Austin Carey, working on the inside of Rogue right now. Rogue looks like we got contact. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with Grant here. Gets into the lap, or the truck the truck in front of him got sideways. Gets it collected. But he is going to have some digging to do to get back up towards the front of this piece. If right now Josh Lilly working on the backside of Lane Holzler. That is your battle for 6th. And right in front of him, Carey and Thomas side by side. Carey able to wrestle the spot away on the fresher tires. Lilly also on fresh shoes, as is the 21 of Carey, and I believe that's who the 45 got into it with. cold tires rearing their ugly head. Here comes the 24 of Moore on the inside of the 91. Rogue not having a good time of it right now, but somebody that is having a good time of it, driver of the number 48, Josh Lilly, as Austin Carey on fresh tires, Josh Lilly on fresh tires, work their way around the 75 of Jeremy Morrison. Morrison slipping and sliding right now, as he did not come down pit road to top off on fuel like everybody else in front of him did. And Jason Higginbottom currently sitting in second place right there, doing what he can to hold his own against Rhett Tucker. Now Tucker is on the fresh shoes. Lilly, who just got into third place after passing Austin Carey, is on the fresh shoes. Let's see how long this is going to take for Lilly. If Lilly can dispatch a Higginbottom. As here comes Justin Carey as well. Didn't take long at all. Higginbottom continues to backslide right now. Working lap 31 of 130. So 100 laps to go here from Dover. Next week we will be at the other D, Darlington. As Josh Lilly, we missed the pass for the lead. Let's go back a lap here. As we are in replay right now. Keep your eye on the number 48. He gets a good head of steam, just sends it going into 3 on Tucker, and Tucker lets him go. Just like that, Josh Lilly to the point. Have I mentioned yet tonight that I'm impressed by that young man? We got a battle for second, hot and heavy right now. That's Tucker, Carey, and Carey. As Tucker doing what he can to hold off the Carey brothers. Austin up 4, Justin up 9. As Josh Lilly is already out to a good full second lead right now. As Justin looking to the inside of Austin, coming through 1 and 2. Sorry, that's 3 and 4. It all looks the same, Uncle M. Jacob O'Neill trying to make some headway right now. Jacob. Oh, there it goes.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Here they are coming through 1 and 2. Jacob O'Neill on the low side. Just 75 goes up. No place to go. Let's watch that one more time from the chopper. Spotter calls him clear. He wasn't clear. As we did see the 91 of Nathan Rogue get into the wall as well. And what happened with Josh Lilly? Catching the pace car. Thank you, SDK, for calling that a caution when it wasn't. So we got about 20 laps since the last time these guys were down pit road. As we are going to, we are going to step away, pay a couple bills, and we will be right back after this word from Jones Setup.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the rocket! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series. And we are back at the Monster Mile. Working caution number 2. Lap 39 of 130. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you for the CleanRacing.net round 11 here at Dover. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single moment of action throughout the week as we bring you racing every night of the week. Josh Lilly in control of this one. And not a lot of takers down pit road under that caution. Jeremy Morrison has still yet to come down at all. As the green flag comes back out, Lilly immediately jumps on the pedal. Lilly, Tucker, Carey, and Moore, your top 5. Good solid drive from the 24 here tonight. He's up 7. Justin Carey in the 21 is up 10. And your leader, Josh Lilly, up 19 from where they all started this piece. Couple heavy climbers right now. It's going to be that 8, that Pennzoil nuclear banana of Mike McRae as he's working the inside of the 45 with Jacob Grant. Now, we did see Grant eat the wall earlier. A little bit of damage on the right side of that Interstate Batteries Toyota Tundra. McRae right now up 10. Continuing a steady climb through the field. So Jason Higginbottom working right now, or getting worked right now by Jeremy Moore. Higginbottom on the top side, Moore on the low side, and Moore up into the top 5. As unfortunately your pole sitter Higginbottom is not having a good time of it here in race trim. Looks like a Code Brown moment for the 75 of Morrison. He got into the wall coming off a 4 there. Yikes. And then it's the 76 of Jacob O'Neill being, or the 1 of Jacob O'Neill being scored as the 76. And I can tell you the problem with that truck, they circled it right from the manufacturer as he's driving a Ford, and I'm joking, folks. Keep your hate mail coming. So O'Neill trying to get a recovery drive after being involved in the wreck that brought out caution number 2. Only a couple retirements to speak of so far, as Hunter Parsons, Jamie LaRoque, Greg Bennett, and Chris Emery all putting them on the hauler. Dan Sykes is back out on track after spending 13 minutes on pit road. Bear with me a moment, folks, as I need to that's what I wanted. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to fix my SDK file real quick. Up at the front, though, Rhett Tucker has gotten by Josh Lilly. And unfortunately, I was not notified in SDK about it, so I don't get to go back and show you it. I do apologize, as the two of them have just flat checked out. There's Jeremy Moore up into the 3 spot. He is 3.5 seconds back off of Lilly, who's another half second behind Rhett Tucker. So the 2 carries at the front of this piece. This is your battle for 4th. Justin Carey has it. Austin Carey wants it. And they're starting to pull a little bit of a gap on your pole sitter, Jason Higginbottom, and then you're quite a ways back. And who do we have now? That is the stage. So there you see our stage point gatherers. Rhett Tucker, Josh Lilly, Jeremy Moore, Justin Carey, Austin Carey, Jason Higginbottom, Lane Holzler, Chris Beasley, Eric McMillan, and Steve Thomas grabbing the last point in the stage. Not a whole lot of people in the Discord server right now. If there were more drivers in there that I could find, I would grab someone to speak to during this caution. Is I would expect to see wholesale pit stops. Now the question is, are we going to see tires for everybody in the front of this piece? I dare say it's a definite maybe. But Rhett Tucker, Jeremy Moore, Austin Carey, and Josh Lilly have already taken one set. As right sides go up. Fuel only for Tucker. Higginbottom's taken 4. Made that mistake last time. Josh Lilly takes 4. It's going to allow the 25 of McMillan to jump him on pit road. There's the man who won the battle off pit road, driver of the driver of the Malware Bites number 99. That is Rhett Tucker. Eric McMillan there as well. Let us know who you're pulling for, folks. As I can see that we've got 10 currently in the lobby viewing this. Let us know who you're pulling for. Who do you want us to highlight? And we will try to do so. E7 Kane saying Rhett Tucker, exclamation point. Safe choice. Very safe choice. Rhett's been on a roll the last couple of weeks. Currently leading quite a few laps here tonight. And if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps share it with the YouTube algorithm. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to show up on someone's newsfeed when they log into their YouTube homepage. Like, hey, you like racing? Here's something you may enjoy. Let's see. Nathan Brown. Unfortunately, not on track right now, I don't believe. Brownie Racing Boys, Jeremy Moore, Josh Lilly, P2, P3 to close out stage 1. Go get 'em, boys. And Nate, you had a hell of a run on Saturday as well. It's good to see you on that one. As the lights do go out on the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing, Rhett Tucker going to have the button when we turn him back, as that was the one and only stage caution that we are going to see. We're going the rest of the way, all 75 laps of it, under anger, going for 130 laps. Pace car is in. Tucker has the button, and he rolls into it early. That's going to let McMillan drop in right behind him. McMillan might get dinged for changing lanes before the start-finish line. We're going to have to keep an eye on that one. As here comes Lilly to his inside. Somebody just tried to take down the turn 2 wall, and I think it was the 61 at Hosler, as he got shot down the track in the middle of the back straightaway. McMillan on the high side, Moore on the low side. That is your battle for third, as they're going to bring Justin Carey with them. A little bit of the old Spanish Archer, how's your mother action going through the middle of 3 and 4, as Carey just laid the elbow to Eric McMillan. Behind him, Hosler and Higginbottom going after it. Higginbottom on his first set of fresh shoes since the start of this piece, starting to climb back through the field, as he's going to bring Jacob Grant in the 45 with him. Meanwhile, up at the front, second verse, same as the first, Josh Lilly back to the point. There he is. And here comes Jeremy Moore in the 24, working the back bumper of Rhett Tucker. Now, Tucker did not take tires. Lilly did, Moore did, actually everybody except for McMillan in the 25 took tires under the stage caution. So Tucker and McMillan are going to have to suffer the consequences of not taking tires. And they did take tires earlier, but the good news is they're going to have an extra set laying on the wall at the end of this piece compared to everybody that took tires under the stage break and took them earlier. Right now, though, Josh Lilly a good second and a half to the good, as the battle right now is second, third, and fourth between Jeremy Moore in the 24, the 44 of Jason Higginbottom, and the 45 of Jacob Grant. As Tucker continues to backslide, he's already back to 8th. There he is, and he led us back to green, so only a handful of laps. Tucker is not having a good time of it. Right now, though, Higginbottom and Grant going after it. Cats and dogs action. Toyota on Toyota crime, if you will. Austin Carey having a moment coming off a 2. And that is going to let Steve Thomas in the 27 get by Brett Tucker, as right now Austin Carey and the 14 of Chris Smith are just cats and dogs going after it door to door, and they have been for the last 2 laps. They're going to have to get this sorted out pretty quick, because as long as they're behind Rhett Tucker, the guys in front of them are just going to pull a gap as Carey sends it on the outside going through 1 and 2. Oi! McRae gets it wrong. Aye. How is that not a caution? Rhodes crashed too. Let's see what happened here. This is the replay of what we just saw. They get into it coming off a 2. Rhodes narrows that truck up by about 1.5 feet. And we saw what happened with the 8 of McRae. Smoking badly. He's going to have to take that one to pit road. And his night might be done. As we are back live. Not sure what's going on with Rogue, though. Hand grenaded the engine. And finally does tow it, so good on you, sir. Meanwhile, at the front of this piece, Josh Lilly, Jeremy Moore, Jason Higginbottom running stem to stern. They got Jacob Grant up there with them. And then you're over a second back to Justin Carey, rounding out your top 5. Take a look at the 7 of Beasley. Make that the 33 of Beasley. See, this is why we don't let tech officials drink before they hand out transponders. That is clearly a 33 on that truck, and he was somehow handed the 7 transponder. We've got another truck in that similar situation. I believe it's the 76, who's actually the 1. But Beasley and Hosler going after it right now. Hosler right now in that 61, your highest running Ford, as Josh Lilly Chevy shows the way. And then it's a sea of Toyotas right behind him. There you see the lone Chevy at the front of this piece. Beasley, the only other Chevy in the top 10. There is just a sea of Fords. 2 Chevys and a Ford in your top 10. That's it. As here we go, Higginbottom works the inside of Moore. Little Toyota and Toyota crime there. Coming off of turn 2. Higginbottom got the better run. Now Moore's going to try to battle back on him. Not able to make it happen just yet. As Lilly just continues to crank off laps. As everybody was last down pit road on lap 52. We're currently working lap 74 of 130. So call it roughly 20 laps under anger. You're looking at about a full second fall off. And it is a full second exactly fall off for each one of your top 3 right now. Next closest battle is going to be this one between the 33 of Beasley and the 61 of Hosler, as they have caught Justin Carey as well. So that is 5th, 6th, and 7th all going after it right now. And you know what? We are going to see exactly what's going on. Come on, there you go. Currently on board with Lane Hosler out of Hamilton, Ohio. Now the other TV cameras just don't do it justice, just how much banking is here at Dover. You know, it's very similar to what you see at like Bristol, for example. The only thing is, this track's a mile, that track's a half mile. Now you know why they call it the Monster Mile. But you can see just how steady Hosler's hands are on the wheel. He gets a good run coming off of 2. And he and Beasley both get by Justin Carey. I think the lap truck may have helped in that one. It's Chris Smith in the 14 going after it with Austin Carey. This is your closest battle on track, currently for 9th and 10th. As Smith has it, Carey wants it. And I do apologize, folks, but the rest of the field, more strung out than a methadone clinic. Just as I say that, battle's starting to heat up between Hosler and Grant now. This is your battle for 4th. As they work by the 66, the very wounded 66 of Sykes. Hosler doing what he can to try to make it happen right now as he's all over the tailgate of Grant. No real change in manufacturers in the top 10 right now. Still the 2 Chevys of Josh Lilly and Chris Beasley, and the lone Ford of Lane Hosler. How many Ford fans do we have in the house tonight? Which manufacturer are you loyal to? As Hosler goes to the inside on Grant. Wrestles a spot away from, doesn't get the clear off of 2. Grant flirts with the wall. Hosler, though, gonna get it coming into 3. Just full send it for the 61. As that is Steve Thomas in the 27, working on the inside of Justin Carey. 85 in the books right now for your leader. That is this man, Josh Lilly. And I say man even though he's 14, because that young man has racecraft well beyond his years. Let's take a quick look at the rundown right now. Josh Lilly's 48, shows the way. Jason Higginbottom's 44, sits in second. Powerhouse Motorsport driver. Jeremy Moore's U.S. Air Force number 24, holding down a solid podium finish in number 3 spot. Jeremy up 9 from where he started. Lane Hosler's 61, starting to reel him in ever so slightly. Still has 2 seconds to make up on Jeremy Moore, though. But Hosler's solid run in that Hosler Fence and Construction. I'm digging the hood on that one. I just noticed the fencing on the hood of that F-150. But the rest of the paint scheme inspired by Mark Martin's old Valvoline number 6. And we've got Jacob Grant's Interstate Batteries number 45 rounding out your top 5. And there is the 33 being scored as the 7. That belongs to Chris Beasley. 7th place, Steve Thomas in the 27 for Powerhouse. And we go all the way back to here. That is Justin Carey in the holding down a strong 8th in the number 21. Chris Smith is wins number 14. I'm kind of digging that. It's kind of got a retro feel to it. Back when Wins was heavy into motorsports. Currently sitting in 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is the Falcon Tire Toyota Tundra of Austin Carey. As we've got green flag pit stops happening, Higginbottom, Beasley, and Thomas, the first 3 to peel off. Well, that is definitely going to shake the field up, that's for darn sure. As Lilly immediately peels off to try to cover off the undercut. That's going to hand the lead of the race over to the U.S. Air Force number 24 of Jeremy Moore. So Moore getting credited with leading a lap. All important bonus point, especially this early in the season. This is only round 3, but we've seen 2 different winners at 2 different tracks. So it's going to be fun to see how this one does play out. Moore immediately peels off. That hands the lead of the race over to the 45 of Jacob Grant. Moves Chris Smith in the 14 up into the number 2 slot as Jeremy Moore and Lane Hosler peel off to go pit side. Grant looks like he's going to stay out. He's going to run this tank just about till it's bingo on fuel. Call this 40 laps under anger. So decent run for Grant right now. Did eat the wall a little bit earlier. Let's see if we can get a good look at the right side of that truck. You see a little bit of damage on the right side of the Interstate Batteries Toyota Tundra. There's Chris Smith is the double do. So Austin Carey getting his lap back the hard way off of Smith. Smith is going to have to come pit side soon here. It's connection issues for the 14. That's not what he wanted to see. And there is your effective race leader, Josh Lilly, as Jacob Grant, Chris Smith, and Jay Lance Taylor, who's currently being scored in third, have all not come down yet. And this should be the money stop for everybody, because we are just on the other side of 30 laps to go, and they did 40 laps under anger without an issue. Grant continues to show the way as Lilly gets by Jay Lance Taylor there. Again, effective race lead 46 or 48 of Lilly. Grant, your current race leader. As looks like Fred Garcia in that good wrench, number 94, looking to get his lap back, one of his laps back the hard way anyways. So under green flag conditions, you are going to lose 2 in pit. And here comes your leader, Grant. Let's see if Smith is going to come down as well. I would be surprised if he didn't. And yep, the last 2 to blink. Jacob Grant and Chris Smith, both coming down pit road under green flag conditions. That means that that young man right there in the 48 is back in the lead as of now. And it's going to move Jeremy Moore in the 24 up as well. Just about the entirety of the back straightaway is the lead for Josh Lilly. Battle right now, though, is between Rhett Tucker and Lane Hosler, as Hosler giving Tucker all he can handle right now. And they've got the 27 of Steve Thomas there with them. This is your battle for third between Tucker, Hosler, and Thomas. Hosler with a good head of steam through 1 and 2. Now, in his defense, Rhett Tucker did pit 7 laps before. So both Thomas and Hosler have fresher shoes than do the 99 of Rhett Tucker. Austin Carey looking to make some headway right now on the 25 of Eric McMillan. And this is what the front bumper looks like off of Carey's truck. This is what the back bumper sees. Josh Lilly continues to show the way here from Dover. 24 laps to go for Lilly. Jeremy Moore sits in second place. Two of your biggest movers and shakers all night long. Lilly up 19 from where he started. Moore is up 10 from where he started. Lane Hosler is up 6 from where he started. So your front three right now have all steadily climbed through the field as, yikes, Justin Carey having a big moment coming off a turn 4. That's going to let Jacob Grant's 45 get by him. You're talking about an 8-lap tire advantage and about a 2-second difference that last lap between the two of them. Grant is just clicking them off right now as he is fast approaching the 99er Rhett Tucker. Grant was one of the last ones to blink, as now he is all over Tucker as they both work to the inside of the wounded 66 of Sykes. Little diamond in the corner action there for Grant as he runs Tucker up the track, grabs the spot away from him, and then he's got 4.5 seconds to make up to catch Chris Beasley, who currently rounds out your top 5. And this is exactly what the Charlotte, North Carolina native Jacob Grant is seeing right now. You can see just how smooth Grant is being on that wheel right now. He's already dug 2 seconds out of the gap to Chris Beasley, but he's running out of time. 17 laps to go. And it's 14, almost 15 seconds to the leader, Josh Lilly, but Grant is just clicking them off right now. Looks like those tires may have equalized amongst your leaders. Couple tenths to the good for Grant every lap right now. Only your top 10 currently sit on the lead. Actually, make that the top 8 sit on the lead lap. Justin Carey's 21 being the last one scored as such. As that young man right there, the number 48, Josh Lilly, repping Coca-Cola tonight, unfortunately puts Dan Sykes another lap down. And Chris Beasley has caught Steve Thomas. Well, caught might be a little heavy-handed word right there. As there's the 14 to Chris Smith, who is a lap truck. But you can see Thomas there in frame every once in a while. There's Thomas's number 27 in front of this little grouping right here. That is the 33 of Brett Beasley, again being scored as the 7, so don't mind me if I get it mixed up. .13 laps to go. Josh Lilly in command of this one. As he's got a 7-second gap back to the 24 of Moore, as Moore works to the inside of the 1 of Jacob O'Neill. O'Neill being scored as the 76. And like we say all the time, this is why we don't let tech officials drink before handing out the transponders, because this is what happens. Moore working through the lap traffic right now. 7.5 seconds is the gap. So Lilly steadily climbing away as Beasley has caught Thomas. Beasley's Chevy looks to the inside of that Toyota of Steve Thomas, and just like that, sends it going into 3, gets the move done off of 4. Thomas not having a good time of it right now as he's falling back into the clutches of the lap truck of the 14 at Chris Smith. Thomas, though, not giving up on Beasley. Wants that spot back. They're going to have to get it sorted out relatively quickly, because there is Jacob Grant in the 45. He would love nothing more than to pass both of them. 9 laps to go. It should give him just enough time to possibly get back on the podium. The 14 does the right thing, gets the heck out of the way, leaves the second lane open for the 45 of Grant. 7 laps to go. Grant's running out of time. He's going to have to dispatch of Thomas and Beasley both relatively quickly if he's going to have any shot to get back on the podium. Beasley running for dear life right now. As that very wounded 66 of Sykes does his best to stay up out of the way. As they work their way through 1 and 2, that is Lilly. And the lap truck of, I believe that is your race lead, or your pole sitter, Jason Higginbottom. Currently 4 laps down, so not a good time for the 44 right now, as we are 5 to go. Lilly, Moore, Hosler, Beasley, Thomas, your top 5 right now, as Jacob Grant would love nothing more than to get back in the top 5. He's been working on the back of Thomas for the last couple of laps here. 4 to go. Lilly in command of this one, and the last thing he would wants to see is that dreaded primary colored flag, shall we say? Because I don't want to jinx it. Grant all over the tailgate of Thomas as they work their way through lap traffic. That's the 94 of Fred Garcia that they're going past. Grant's thinking about it, looks to the outside, going through 1 and 2, 3 to go. Josh Lilly in command of this one. Grant's running out of time. If he's going to make the pass happen, he's going to have to make it happen soon. A little bit of contact coming off of 4. Popsicle sticks in the air. Josh Lilly in command. We're watching this battle for 5th because it is your closest battle on track, as that seems to have sorted out. 1 more lap to go. We are racing back to checkers, and that is Rhett Tucker, the last truck being scored on the lead lap, right in front of your leader, Josh Lilly, through 3 and 4 for the final time. Tucker's going to get a reprieve. Lilly's going to get the trophy. Josh Lilly, your winner at Dover. Jeremy Moore comes out of turn number 4 to cross for second. There's Lane Holzler right behind him for third. Beasley's 33 is going to get... Ooh. Beasley's 3 is going to get fourth. Let's take a look at what happened with McMillan here. This is coming to the stripe. Oh. McMillan gets into it with the 45 of Grant on the final lap. But there is one very happy camper. Your winner at Dover, Josh Lilly. And I believe first win on the season. He was the points leader coming into tonight. And all he's going to do is extend that points lead. As right now we are just waiting for right. We're waiting for a lot of our drivers to get into the Discord server, but joining us now is going to be the driver of the number 61, third place tonight, up 6 spots from where he started. Very strong run for Lane Holzler.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Lane, you had some just hellacious battles going on there. Talk us through just how difficult it could be tonight through traffic.
Honestly, it wasn't all that bad. I had a plan at the beginning of the race. I was just gonna kind of take it easy and save my tires, and it ended up working out. I was hoping for a late race caution because I had an extra set of tires. I don't know what everybody else had, but that was kind of my hope, was to play it easy and wait for the end. But it ended up working out pretty decent, I think.
Well, Lane, I know we're early in the season so far, but all things considered, you can't be too disappointed with how your season's been going.
Yeah.
I mean, you already got a win on the season, so.
Yeah, Talladega could have gone a little bit better. We had a plan, and it kind of didn't pan out. I think it could have worked out with a little bit more cautions, but the way things went, it just didn't materialize.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to let you go celebrate to your second podium of the season. Who do you need to thank for helping you with third tonight?
Tonight, I got to thank Greg Barnett. He was kind of my eye in the sky for the night. He helped me quite a bit tonight.
All right, Lane. Congratulations on your second podium of the season. We will see you next week at Darlington.
Thank you.
And joining us now, the man who came home runner-up tonight, driver of the number 24, Jeremy Moore. And Jeremy, all things considered, can't be too disappointed with how this race turned out.
Not at all. This is my best race with the league. I got some stage points, and this is my best finish and first time getting an interview, so I'm as happy as can be.
Well, we're happy to have you up here. Up 10 positions from where you started. There were a couple of moments that things looked a little bit sketchy around you as I believe you dodged the second caution.
Yeah, it was a little hairy at some points, and my qualifying wasn't what I wanted it to be. But I knew it was a long race, and I knew tires were king here, so I tried to keep them on and just kept moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, you had tires. You made the pit strategy work when you needed to. Next week we go into the Lady in Black. Your thoughts going into Darlington?
Yikes! I don't have too much experience at Darlington, to be honest. I'm going to practice all I can this week, and we'll see. But I'm just excited the way the season's going, and we'll try to get another good finish next week.
All right, Jeremy, who do you need to thank before we let you go celebrate with your team?
Well, I don't know if it's widely known yet, but a couple weeks ago I joined Brownie Racing, so I got to thank them. I got to thank Nate and Evan and Kevin that weren't able to race tonight, and obviously Josh. We got a 1-2 for Brownie Racing, so that's awesome. And yeah, that's it.
All right, Jeremy Moore, congratulations on the podium. We'll see you next week at Darlington.
Thanks. See you later.
And joining us now, the man who never ceases to amaze, Josh Lilly, skill beyond your years, sir.
Thanks. This was possibly the best outcome for this race I could have imagined.
Well, I mean, the qualifying attempt wasn't what you were looking for, but you kept your cool about you and just steadily climbed through the field. And before the stage was over, you were flirting with the lead.
Yeah, I feel like starting at the back can be an advantage for me. Just working my way up kind of allows me to learn the track a bit better, so I feel like that was actually an advantage.
Very much so. But, Josh, you played the tire strategy almost to perfection. Did you have another set on the wall if that dreaded yellow flag had come out late in the race?
No, I didn't. I was banking on there not being a caution, and luckily there wasn't.
Yeah, absolutely. You did get lucky there. But again, playing the tire strategy to perfection, you took them when you needed to, and the chips fell your way. But next week, we're going into a track that is notorious for destroying tire strategies. Your thoughts going into the Lady in Black?
Darlington has been a solid track for me when I'm not hitting the wall every 2 laps. So I just got to keep my cool and not hit the wall, and I should be hopefully a top 5 next week.
That sounds great. Josh, who do you need to thank before we let you go celebrate your first victory on the season with your team?
I want to thank my Brownie Racing teammates, Nate, Evan, and Kevin, who weren't here. The one person that was here was Jeremy Moore. He's a new member to the team, so we're happy to have him.
As you both finished 1-2 tonight, so probably one of the best outcomes the team could have hoped for, as well as just yourself. But Josh, again, congratulations, and best of luck to you next week at Darlington.
Thank you.
So that was our podium. Let me just click this little button here and bring up the race results. We just heard from Josh Lilly, Jeremy Moore, and Lane Hosler, your podium. Chris Beasley hanging on for 4th. 5th goes to Stephen Thomas. Jacob Grant for in 6th. Rhett Tucker, Justin Carey, Austin Carey, and Chris Smith running out your top 10. Jacob O'Neill, Eric McMillan, Fred Garcia, Jason Higginbottom, your pole sitter, not having a night he was hoping for. And Jay Lance Taylor rounding out your top 15. Nathan Rogue, James McCrae, Jeremy Morrison, Chris Emery, your top 10. Hunter Parsons putting it on the hauler early, as did James LaRoque and Greg Bennett. So that is going to about do it for us here from round 3 of season 11 of the CleanRacing.net Truck Series. Be sure to join us next week as we go to Darlington for round number 4. And from everybody here at Sim Racing Media and the Esports Broadcasting Network, this is Tony Trapasso reminding you, ladies and gentlemen, that as you walk down the road of life this week, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.